Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Building a Model and Chatting. I'm Taco. It is great to have you as we are now fully on the legs of ZhaoYun. We finished the arms last time and also real briefly started the legs. But that is what we got so far. He is a massive kit. And let's see here. The legs will eventually go like that. So you're looking at a fairly long, tall kit. Because this is even the end of the. That's just the end of the leg. It's not the foot. The actual foot will be longer. So he is just a massive, massive kit. Then once we're done with him, we still have the horse to do. So yippee ki yay! Nope, we need that foot back though, or that leg back. All right, we're gonna jump right into it. We need B7. G1 and G3. We're going to do one at a time just because they have a certain sequence to how they're added. There's 2, and then we need 4. So there's those 2. Let's cut those and then put, because those are step 1 of building this step. They have an actual sequence this time. My guess is it's probably due to it partially linking together, would be my guess. That's usually the case. Okay. Yep, once it's. Hey, Sathael, great to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. We are working on the legs of this kit. And while it's gotta be that one. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Nice and smooth. So while I'm doing this, talk about the various competition kits I'm currently working on, because I still haven't decided on an official one yet. I think it's going to end up being whichever one turns out the best. Right now I am painting. Oh, On Your Way to Cincinnati. There you go. What was I going to say with that? Oh, I missed a cut here. Right now I'm painting the Master Grade Gunner Zaku Warrior. And just got done doing the primer for it, and I was looking at it, and it looks like all the pieces turned out great. And I'm very happy about that, because I was not sure, because I had explained in the previous stream that lacquer paints really show any little detail that you forgot to sand down. Like any scratch. Well, I won't say every scratch, because it does fill in scratches. But like, if you leave a nub, just even like a little tiny part of one where it's not smooth, it will pop out like you wouldn't believe. And so went over it, and I think I saw maybe one, and I'm not worried about it placement wise. So I'm very happy that way. The primer coverage was pretty good, and it will be we'll be moving on to painting it probably Wednesday or Thursday. It'll probably be a few days paint because I'll probably take it a little bit on the slower side. So it will be quite the painting and making sure everything comes out even and smooth, not too thick. So if I can get through that, then it has a strong job at contender. But I will say there is one that I'm kind of hoping turns out really good, and that would be, it would actually be two kits on a diorama. It would be Wing Gundam and Epion. And they'd be fighting. And my idea would be, if I could actually, if it comes out like I hope, would be really cool. Yeah, yeah, it's just, I mean, it looks beautiful though. I mean, you cannot complain with how lacquer paints look, and especially with what was I going to say? Shoot, um, just they have just it actually kind of like integrates with the plastic, and it's just such a smooth look. It looks like it was the plastic came like that instead of it being vice versa, or where it was painted after. So one thing I'm thinking of doing, I'll probably do it on a test piece first, or a test kit first, is I'm gonna try and do a carbon uh, fiber, fiber look. And the way you achieve that is you take like nylon, like pantyhose type thing, a little bit with a little bit of a bigger, I don't know, it's just pantyhose that's stretched out a little bit. You stretch it over the area you want to paint. You have black underneath, and then you take like a pretty dark gray, but not too crazy dark, and you spray over the pantyhose on it, and it will give you a carbon fiber type look. So I might try that with that team up. I'm really thinking of giving that a try. I think it depends on how the other kits do as a backup. Like if the Master Grade Gunnerzaku Warrior turns out really good, then I'm more willing to take liberties with the Wing Gundam and Epion. And I would definitely try a practice kit first, or at least some practice pieces, to really see how it looks. But I've seen it on some kits, and when it's done correctly, it looks very good. It's just, I imagine like you have to keep the nylon tight, and like in place, because if it moves at all, you ruined the whole pattern. So I don't know. I really want to try it, but I'm also very skeptical. So there's that. But yeah, it's just, things are always interesting. But I'm getting kind of used to the lacquer paints. I mean, the cleanup is just so much easier. Or the switch between colors is so much easier. It is kind of annoying to have to clean the booth each time because the paint really sticks to it and you got to spray it down with black. You'd probably get like some type of paper or something to put down that I can just replace each time. I keep forgetting that I want to maybe try and do that. One more piece. Put B7 back. So yeah. So Saturday's stream died rather quickly, and that was because my stream was going on right as it was announced that that the United States bombed Iran. I'm like, well, that's just my luck. Like, ruined my stream. That's just how it goes sometimes. But yeah, so that is life. That's, yeah, nothing hit, I believe, or no one was hurt at least. And apparently, there is now a ceasefire between all parties, including Israel. So I'm always for people ending violence. So that is my only remark on that. Because I remain neutral on all politics. But people not dying is always a good thing. B6. And G2. All right. 2 for G2. So many of these like runners, I wonder why they don't just like combine the two. Makes no sense. I'm sure there's a production reason, but it just, I don't know. That's just me. 2 again. There we go. And 3. Must say this is a very metal color kit. It is very high in the metal color, which could be good and bad. It's harder to hide mistakes on it, but it also looks really nice. All right. And let's see what we can get with the knife. See, with these metal parts, you almost have to go with the hobby knife because sanding requires a larger area that will be hit. And when you get past the top coating, the rest of the plastic is black. So you get a black mark no matter what you do. But if you contain it within just the pig, most of the time it's a lot better. Hey, John, I was wondering where you're at. Hope you're doing well. Great to see you. Now all we're missing is Brian, and that's the regulars. Uh, no, it's just a coating. Yeah. To give it the shine, I don't think they could do full full silver. Like it's like an electric plating type thing. John, nice. I almost bought Fire Lord last night. I had it in my cart for a while, but financially it was just a little too much, unfortunately. I because I was ordering Epion and some of the paints that I'm going to use for that and some other kits coming that are in the hopper. What's funny is I think I got more in the paint queue than I have in the build queue at the moment. So I'm pretty kind of funny. I thought you did buy Fire Lord. Because didn't you paint it? Or am I thinking of someone else painting Fire Lord? I thought for sure you said you bought one or that you had painted one. Or are you buying like a second? Oh, you're buying a second. The little heart thing blocks like the little corner, so I always miss a word. See, I thought about buying a second Oberon because I loved Oberon so much. It was a great build, and I didn't want to paint the first one, but I was thinking of doing like a dark version. I nearly cut myself there, bouncing off of that. So, John, because you paint, have you tried the whole carbon fiber look, like with nylon? Nice. Winning is, oh, that is a kit I would love to win. All right, there we go. I'm debating giving it a try on a kit. I actually kind of want to try it on like Epion, or if I can get my hands on a master grade Death Size Hell. Actually, I have one that I've built, and that might be the one to practice on. So I was thinking of taking it over to Epi, because one of the contests I'm debating is either Wing Gundam or Wing Gundam Zero versus Epion, and having both as like the entry, like having the diorama of having both of them, and doing like carbon fiber on Epion's wings. Like maybe even a purple carbon fiber. Something to really give it like a futuristic look. And I'm still trying to decide on colors for both of them. I saw a picture of someone doing it, or a short vid of someone doing it. And what they do is basically take like stocking nylon and wrap it, or hold it, you'll stretch it out and hold it onto the part, and then they spray after. There'll be a black coat on the part already, and then they do like a lighter, like gray or whatever color they want to and it supposedly gives that look. So that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. I had a notification, but I don't. Got excited for a second. But all right. But we're slowly working on Zhao here. I will say it's been a fun build. I don't know if it's been my favorite motor nuclear build so far, but we also have a long way to go, because I think the horse is going to be what makes this kit. I mean, it's a fantastic design, but yeah, it does sound cool. Like, and I've seen the look of it, and it looks good. So I at least want to give it a try. Try it on some pieces just to see what it could possibly look like. I have to order on Amazon because it looked kind of weird going in the Target looking at nylon to see which size or whatever I need for the best look. Get a lot of looks that way. Was this big guy with a big beard? looking at pantyhose. Could you imagine? Me holding my phone, looking at a picture, trying to figure out if that will provide the what I'm looking for. I'm also trying to look at a possible replacement for those stupid uh maybe I'll just wear the hockey jersey I have with taco on the back of it and my logo on the front. What was I going to say though? I forgot what I was going to say. Shoot, caught it. Ha. Come on. I think that sounds good. And now I try to figure out what I was trying to say earlier. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to experimenting with different looks for painting, that is. But I have to do a lot of research first. We need G2 again, the NPG2, and F2. So we need 7. And I did also order Talgaze, so like I could do like Wing Gundam versus Talgaze, or I could do the Wing Zero versus Epion, or Wing Gundam versus Epion. Got a lot of variety to it, at least. Okay, I think I got that in the right spot. Hydro dipping, I don't know. That's a whole different thing that I don't think I'm ready for. I think it could look good if I could pull it off well enough, but I don't know. I don't know how strong that stuff is either, or if you screw it up, how easy it is to clean up. Oof. The expense, I do not know. I've never done the once they're on there, it's on there. Well, that's what worries me is if I screw it up and it's on there, that's not a good thing. But I'm already trying a lot, new first. Like if I try try to do the carbon fiber painted wise, um, just even still like lacquer paints are still very new to me, and I'm very much learning. I just cut myself a little bit, but luckily it was only a nick and no blood. All right. Then it's just the cost. Everything. Why is everything got to be so expensive? Kits have gone up in price like by nearly $10 each, or at least most of them. Um, Paints are up a little bit. So I think I get more out of the lacquer ones, thankfully, but still a little bit more pricey depending on what you get. So it's just everything nowadays has just got higher cost. Luckily, I haven't had to replace any tools recently. I've had these single blade ones for quite some time, and the ones I use for my personal build, I've been using for at least a decent amount of time as well. So, but that's life. I'm kind of curious, John, because you do lacquer paints. What's your go-to brand for lacquer paints? If you're still here, John, I'm curious. I'm sure I've asked you this before. For me, I've been really happy with Gaia paints. I think those are the ones I've liked the most. Uh, Tamiya was pretty good. Um, Not the biggest fan of the Mr. Color ones so far. And Odekin was decent. I mean, it had really good coverage, but it just doesn't. Each time I spray it, it feels like it has a different shade to it. So those are the ones I've done so far. I did order, I think, two metal ones from Casio with the Barbatos Rex sponsor. It's like his paints, or the ones he put his name to at least. Feels like steps take so long nowadays. Like I think we've done 3 steps. Or this is step 3, I mean. So like, yeah. And we're check out my phone battery. My phone battery's staying the same. I forgot to charge my phone before this. And StreamYard burns through power, but it's attached to the power cord. So it should be fine. But even then, it does love to soak up the power. Oh, there we go. That's kind of a cool look. I like that. That silver and black. I am terrible at looking at color combinations when I'm trying to come up with color schemes. And I think it also hurts, which paints I get too, because I'm like, oh, this color looks cool. But then when I get it, I'm like, where am I, where am I going to use this paint, like this color? And then some just surprised me, like Scarlet. You know, there was a paint that I ordered that was Scarlet. I'm thinking, oh, it's going to be a good red, because Scarlet's usually red. Nope, it was like a bright orange. Like there might have been a little tint of red in the orange. And I was like, well, didn't expect that. And unfortunately, most of the lacquer hobby paints you have to buy online because stores don't tend to carry them. Like my hobby town carries some of the Tamiya. That's about it. But that's life. I do want to thank everyone that is watching today and those that watch on replay. It is great to have you. It encourages me to keep going forward with the channel and keep going with the hobby and everything. So I greatly appreciate everyone that does show up or watches later on. I find myself to be boring, so I don't. It surprises me that people even watch, but I appreciate it. I'll keep doing it till I don't have an audience anymore. So, and right now, because it's summer, not many people watch. They're busy on vacations or doing stuff outside. Or hey, Brian, I was wondering about you. I was wondering if you're going to show up today. Congrats on your Thunder winning the championship. All right, there's that. But yeah, so can't believe how fast I burnt through my backlog though. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do instead of that cheap plastic that's on the Psycho Zaku, like how it is on the full armored Gundam, like on the frame, like where the joints are. And because I don't like that plastic. And so I'm trying to think of maybe a thin nylon or some type of like ropish material. I don't know. It's got to be as thin as what they use, but I would like something with a little bit better texture or something. Because I actually thought for a while using the Psycho Zaku as entry, but with that crap, I just don't. I don't know. Not a fan. I would need to find some type of solution for that. Now, no, maybe the nylon would work for that too. Right. That's what we have so far. Now we're adding metal. Let's see here. What metal are we adding? Number 7. Looks like this one. And then we need the big D4 and A2. So we got A2. And then D4 is blue. I've been hanging in there. Good days and bad, like usual, but that's life. Hope you're doing very well. At least Trump's not going over my stream by bombing somewhere. I'm just like, of all the times, I tell you. My Brewers did a great job over the weekend. Completed a sweep against the Twins. And the even better part is that the Cubs lost, I think, 2 out of the 3 against theirs. And so the Brewers actually gained like 2 games on them. They're only 3.5 games back, which currently in the season, that's nothing. And the Brewers are getting healthy. Cubs got a great team, though. I'm not gonna say they don't have a great team. They will be hard to beat, but I think the Brewers have a great team, as a very young and great team. That Jacob Mizorowski is just insane. He had a slider that put the player completely on his butt. It was hilarious. I couldn't believe it. It was just a wicked pitch. And he's throwing, 100 to 103, 104 during the game. I mean, he had a no hitter, or he had a perfect game going into the 6th inning. So I mean, he I think he had the most innings without a hit to start a player's MLB career. It was something like 11 innings he went without a hit, something like that. It was something incredible. And they got him under control for like another like 6 years. So they can keep some of their hitters. They should have a contender for a while. which is always interesting because the brewers for the longest time were never considered contenders. All right. This is that. Oh, I almost forgot a piece here. This goes down like so. There we go. That slides a little bit. Okay. Kind of weird how it's just like open right there for right now. I imagine these are going to connect and there's going to be some major movement. There we go. All right, let's cut out these. I'm bad at not cutting on the screen. My back's a little sore from all the painting I did today. I gotta still figure out the new logistics with the. No, these are the legs for just the guy. I'll show you the legs for the horse in a second. I showed them on the last stream. I'll grab just once I finish with this piece. Yeah, we're still working on the guy. We have, I think it's just the legs left on weapons. Yeah, we got to do the weapons also. Legs and weapons. And even the legs, we only got another page left of leg. We're currently on this step. And that'll probably be the last step for tonight because the next one is pretty involved. And I'm trying to keep it where we're only doing, or we're doing both before step to the next. Oh, I hit it all. All right. Time to pull out. This is just the metal part for the horse. This to the side. This to the side. And these four are the legs. And then this massive one is the body. So, body, legs. And look at that that pig. That's probably the biggest pig I've seen. And they weigh a ton as well. Those are big, yes. Just a tad. All right. Let's get this step done. I mean, even some. I'll pull out one of the runners after this piece, or after we'll put it this together, and then I can move it to the side, and I can show you one of the runners for the horse. When I saw some of these parts for the horse, I'm just like, this is going to be massive. I'm like, pictures really do not do it justice. Ooh. You know, in this kit, yeah, you're definitely getting your money's worth. I will not deny that. Yeah. Come on, get in there. I'm a little jealous. Someone's doing live stream builds of the unicorn perfectibility. Like the one kit I will probably never see. Especially right now that it's not, or it's technically out of print at the moment, where you can only buy it through resale, and they want like 600 plus for it. So I gotta wait till Bandai decides to release it one more time. Your premium Bandai, that is. I've heard it happens like almost once a year, hopefully. Let's check this one real quick. Yep, that works. Bring everything back. Come on. Maybe that's it. Yeah, looks like something catching. There we go. Now we're the same. All right. Ugh. I believe this is like the saddle parts, but that is some of the plastic for it. I believe it's all the saddle. Like I believe that goes on top of here. Yeah, that definitely looks like it goes there. But I mean, for comparison, here's the leg. So I imagine this is the waist. Gotta be sitting on it somehow. So it's, yeah, I'm sure it's probably a big. But yeah, there's tons of these parts that are just massive for it in there. You're definitely getting your money's worth. I mean, it was an expensive kit, but you definitely get your money's worth. Anyways, thank you all for watching as usual. It's great to have. We've had 5 people watching for a while now, so that's great to have. It's nice to see kind of back. I will be streaming again probably Friday. Wednesday will be hopefully a short release. I got film a couple. I think I have 1 or 2 I can film. Pretty sure I do. As I make a face of blue, but I'll figure it out. I'm sure I have a couple. I can at least 1 or 2 I could film. So hopefully there'll be a short, because I know people really like the shorts. They tend to get like 1,000 views, so they're big in Japan. Like, I get a lot of Japan viewers with the shorts. It's kind of funny. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please hit the like button on the way out. Leave a comment after the video saying hi, whatever you want. And till next time, be kind to one another and have a great night. Bye.